Welcome back. Today we'll be discussing on the role of women in energy, oil and gas. And joining me to discuss it is Dr. Oladuni Owo, a leader of women in energy, oil and gas in Nigeria. You're welcome.
Thank you, darling.
Wow, you're looking beautiful.
Oh, really? I'm trying to be like you,
Oh, that's wonderful. And how does it feel like, actually managing a business in a male-dominated field?
Well, it's not really about being male-dominated, actually. It's about what you want, what you've been exposed to in life, your experience, your expertise, and an area you found a problem that requires solution. So, yeah, I'm in the industry, and I tried to run away at one point, but I couldn't.
You couldn't run away.
I just found myself back. I keep finding myself, come back.
All right.
So, and I'm happy I'm there.
That's wonderful. All right, now tell us about your journey, into the energy, oil and gas industry.
Okay, so the journey started about 25 years ago, while I was still an undergraduate in the university. I studied pure and applied mathematics.
Okay.
And it was like those days when ASU strike used to really rock Nigerian educational system, and it was really bad. Unlike now that you have a lot of alternative, a lot of private universities and all that, internet universities, online option. Then we didn't have those options. So you're either there or you're home.
Yes.
And then those strikes used to be really bad those days. 8 months, 1 year, 3 months, 5 months. It was really bad. And, I could remember how maybe it was a particular strike after about 6 or 8 months. And by the time we got back to school, a lot of the ladies are doubled up, doubled up not in terms of weight, doubled up in this side of their
That's
body.
Interesting.
And then if you check, quite a number of your children that are like 25 years old, 24 years old, thereabouts, or between 20 and 25. So a lot of them are bolu something, bolu And I could remember one of my elder sisters, it was like, all these ones are bolu are happening here. So I was privileged to have an elder sister that was already working in the industry, and she just told me, don't stay at home, just go and work. And I just picked up that opportunity, and I didn't treat it like a typical, just go, leave home affair. I saw it as an opportunity to work, and I really worked. And I was privileged because those days people didn't know how to use the computer.
Okay.
And I knew how to use the computer because I was studying pure and applied mathematics, and we had some level of access to the desktop, all those box-looking type of computer. So when I got to the organization, National Oil and Chemical Marketing Company, as of then, they are Ibadan divisional branch, one of the regional divisional branch. And the computers were just there, and it was just only one guy that was like using the computer. So I leveraged on that, and I started, helping them churn out reports. And the divisional head then, Dr. Nwosu, was so impressed and excited, and he actually gave me a job to do. So I was working on their trade accounts receivable. They call it TAR. And every day I was preparing the TAR reports, liaising with the dealers to double check. So some of the dealers will come to me and say, Mike, they say it's not up to this. So, okay, you bought 1 tanker of PMS yesterday, you have not deposited money in your account and all that. And it was quite interesting because I was also, by virtue of that, privileged to work with the sales rep. They used to call them sales rep then. These days, they call them all sorts of bigger names, And I was going out with them. Sometimes we go out early in the morning to go and do station dipping.
Wow.
Sometimes I go out with we had two types. Okay. We had the retail sales rep. We had the commercial sales rep. So at that young age, I was going out with them. Sometimes I will, of my own volition, ask to follow them. I can remember one auntie, Auntie Tolu. She was the commercial rep, and she was always going to Solebone, all those industrial areas. And I would tell her, I want to come with you, So, it's an advice to young people when you're given such opportunities to do IT. Don't just be there. don't just stay there and such that they will now be sending you to go and buy a car.
All right.
To go and buy food. You know, make yourself versatile.
Yes, exactly.
Be ready to learn, be willing to work, you know. So that worked for me, so much so that after that particular ASUU strike, without my elder sister's influence any longer, I had been able to develop relationship with these people. And anytime there is a strike or there's a break, I walk back there and they welcome me. So
wow, every great.
Now and then, I was always back there, you know, till it was now the proper 400 level IT. Okay. And then I did the IT again with them. And then after school, I did a contract job opportunity with them before I now moved from the National Oil to... National Oil is now Corn Oil, by the way, you know, after the divestment. Then later I moved to Unipetrol. Okay. That was later rebranded as Oando. And I think the downstream arm is currently rebranded as OVH. Yeah, so that's my journey, you know. So
wow, that's a beautiful journey.
Yeah,
quite an inspiring story.
I've done majorly downstream, done a bit of upstream, and done a bit of midstream. I've tried to do a bit of everything along the entire chain, one way or the other, because at one point I was group corporate services manager, so I was supporting gas, I was supporting power, I was supporting the midstream, I was supporting our energy resource, I was supporting virtually every area of the chain. And then also about about 13 years ago, I was privileged to be one of the strategy team that implemented our ERP system using the Oracle. And so that opportunity, or that job, that particular job, gave me an opportunity to have an overview of the full chain, upstream, downstream, because we created the business process model for every one of them, such that we could then implement the Oracle system, then R11, which was later upgraded to the R12, and that's the system the organizations are still using even up till now. Yeah, they've gone through a lot of upgrades. So that gave me like both theoretical and some level of hands-on experience across the entire chain, because we're designing their model anyway. We're designing, and I worked with the order management team.
All right.
You know.
So. All right. Well, I mean, that's a wonderful story right there, and of course, that's why you're standing strong. You know, because of that journey you have actually been through. All right. Now, I understand that you created a platform for women in business and leadership, and you're actually planning to have like a conference, right, in Dubai. Right?
Okay. Yes, so it's actually Women's School of Business and Leadership, WSBL. I didn't create it. Okay. It was created by Teresa Okpotu.
Okay.
However, I'm one of the supporters. Okay. So I'm one of the directors on that platform. And our objective is to be able to see how women can be trained. Knowledge is power. And it's not just ordinary. We didn't want it to just be an ordinary classroom training. We want it to go with some level of exposure.
I see.
For me, one thing that had helped me is knowledge and also exposure, because you need to know what is happening elsewhere in order to be able to at least import it into your own nation. So WSBL is a platform where women can be trained. Apart from being trained, they now also get exposed, and that is why we do not limit our training to just Nigeria or just Lagos or just Abuja. So it's a mix. We have the local content mix, training sessions, and then we have the offshore training session where we actually expose you to other women from different parts of the globe, and you can mix, you can network, you can learn from them. So it's a different mix across board.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
You know, that you've actually, you know, created this platform, or you have engaged yourself in such a platform whereby, you know, women can actually, you know, get, you know, exposed to areas in which they can build their business and, you know, become better entrepreneurs and all of that. Well, so much to be said. I know you can go on and on regarding women in energy, oil and gas in Nigeria. But right now we need to go on a quick break. I will certainly be right back.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We're going on a short break right now. We'll be right back.